This video is brought to you by watchreviewblog.com and WatchPod, specialty watch accessories for enthusiasts. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for video updates. GMT lovers of all types, please gather around and rejoice. We have a dashing new release from Longines that you're going to like. We appear to be the first watch publication to get our hands on the new Hydroconquest GMT, and I'd be lying if I said I haven't been wearing it every day for the past week. The benefits of being an independent publication that enjoys staying out of the watch industry politics and chooses to concentrate solely on things like the technicalities of the watch, its design language, functions, wearability, and brand heritage. Longines has gone ahead and made quite a few design and technical updates to this new Hydroconquest GMT. But before we jump in and start naming differences from the previous generation, let's step back and take a look at this watch as though we've never seen any Hydroconquest iteration before. This is, I guess, what you can describe as Longines' flagship sports watch. It's mighty popular in watch enthusiast circles, and equally so to general people just looking to buy a nice but well-priced Swiss watch. And I remember a few years back, in early 2020, at a Longines event, when I asked then Longines CEO Walter von Känel which watch out of the entire Longines catalog he would recommend to a collector, he stated, anything from the Hydroconquest range. Walter was very proud of this line of dive watches, and he touted them as their best sellers, and best bang for buck watch anybody can buy from any brand at this price point. A very accurate statement from him. This particular Hydroconquest GMT is spectacular on many fronts. We're looking at a watch with near perfect sizing and proportions, fantastic legibility, high quality materials, great specs, and a watch that is starting to meander through incremental design adjustments in the same way a Porsche 911 does, or should we even say the coveted Rolex Submariner does. Yes, I said the S word. It can be gut-wrenching to hear, always being used as an industry benchmark. As much as the Hydroconquest is its own watch, one cannot ignore its design cues coming from the crown. Now, if I may say so, they're now just a little more apparent due to the new chiseled crown guards and new indices only dial layout. Longines has retired the large 6-9-12 as seen on previous generations of this watch, a layout that was starting to define the look of the Hydroconquest, a curious decision by them. The new look is indeed spectacular though, and throw in the new GMT hand, you now have a very enticing do-it-all travel watch. It's not insultingly expensive, it's very well sized, and the water resistance is very useful in a pinch. If let's say you've just finished your tapas and you'd like to go for a quick dip in the Mediterranean Sea. A good travel watch is one that you don't need to remove for, well, anything. And this watch nails that aspect. The lugs are very curved on this watch, which I love, lending it a sporty and very classy appearance on wrist. This is a watch with modern materials and high-tech assembly, with cues to dive and GMT watches of the past. The slim ceramic bezel and deep green sunburst dial add to this effect. One big upgrade that cannot go unmentioned is the new bracelet, a tapering one in fact. The bracelet feels premium and integrates effortlessly into the case. The clasp could still use some thickening, but if that's the only gripe we have, we'll take it. The movement of choice is the reference L844.4. This is not entirely an in-house movement, but rather a moderately modified ETA movement, with of course a GMT and date function built in. Overall, this is an outstanding release from Longines, a brand that has stood the test of time, a brand that only seems to keep improving their offerings, and a brand that prioritizes their noble class and heritage, built and maintained for the last 191 years, since their founding in 1832. For our full in-depth review of the Longines Hydroconquest GMT, visit our website at watchreviewblog.com. Cheers!